Welcome to episode 49 of Spaza Talk. Ithuba in the building. And of course,
the building.
December boy.
December mchana. Last second last episode. Second last api.
Aye. It's almost over. Season 1 has been truly amazing. I'm not gonna lie. And thank you to everybody that has stuck with us throughout this whole time. I mean, it's not easy supporting people for a whole season. So shout out to you. Also want to say shout out to the both of us for actually carrying this on. And finishing season 1. And I want to say shout out to Brandwatch too, to be honest.
Shout out to Brandwatch, but my number one shout out goes out to our viewers.
Yeah, of course,
our viewers, our listeners.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys.
For sure.
We hope with you listening, in fact we don't hope, with you listening, we're unlocking other relationships. Cyril shared an email with me today, and that's big, man.
That's very big.
That is big.
Yeah.
Like you claimed it last week. It was a bold statement.
Live on the episode.
I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I love that. And then when I saw that email, I was like,
big team.
Boys are gonna be in a Rolls Royce.
Sure. But yeah, bro, it's been absolutely amazing. It's been an amazing season. Episode 49, I'm Ithuba is in the building, aka Tiger Woods, aka award winner, aka I don't even know anymore.
No, we had an AKA for you. When was it? Saturday, Friday.
We talked about it.
We had one for you.
Yeah.
It was a solid one.
I can't remember what it was.
Damn.
What were you doing on Saturday?
Wasn't Saturday. When was it? Saturday, we were running.
We were running on Saturday, yeah.
Tumisole. With Tumisole and Mamson.
Yeah.
Forgot it. I'll remember. I'll remember. You even told us, you're like, yeah, that's my new AKA. Even Mamson was like, woo.
Yeah, she was quite shocked. But it was a beautiful run actually on the weekend.
Amazing run.
Yeah, shout out to Tumisole, shout out to Mamson too for joining us on the run. And shout out to you also, Lebs. I think you had an AKA that day, but we'll skip the AKA part again this time. But yeah, welcome to the episode, bro.
Welcome. So we're covering from the 4th to the 10th.
To the 10th, yeah. Do you have any juicy news that happened?
Hey, bro, I don't know if we are stupid, and by we, I mean me, you, the viewers. I almost say watchers, because I'm thinking brand watch.
I mean, you sound quite old when you say watchers.
It's like me saying disco instead of club. I'm going to a disco. Come on, dude.
To our viewers.
Let me get my act together. So I don't know if we are stupid, like as South Africans as a whole, because we have this guy, right? Our ANC Secretary General, Mr. Fear Foko.
Oh,
Fix Balula. This guy has been at it, bro.
From Minister of Sport to Transport
to policing to president,
yes.
Probably that you don't know of.
Yeah, true.
But now he's the Secretary General of the ANC, and he's been singing the ANC's gospel, but no one seems to be singing along with him.
Maybe it's not loud enough.
It's probably not loud enough, but I see now they're even using deception
in their marketing.
To try get votes.
I mean, that's not new, but maybe there's a tactic. Is there a different tactic they're using?
This one was captured on camera,
showing
their tactics failing.
Does it have to do with t-shirts?
T-shirts, obvious. That's the only thing. That's the only commodity they have right now. The homies are bankrupt. Not in a bad way, but it's all over the news.
That's true.
It's not me throwing shade. I don't throw shade. I'm not wearing shades. You are wearing shades.
And I keep saying the future's bright, bro.
Ooh, too bright. So he put out the tweet, Mr. Secretary General. Today we welcome our glorious movement. A number of former EFF members who choose to come home. We welcome them and believe they will positively contribute at the basic unit of our movement, the branch. #ANC at work. #vote ANC. And he shows a picture of all these people wearing like EFF t-shirts, right? I'm like, oh my Lord. There's a whole picture. They are full. It's probably like...
is this at a meeting or something?
Yeah, I think they were having like one of those municipal meetings.
Yeah.
It's one of the branches. And what he's basically saying is that some EFF members have transitioned from EFF to ANC. And by the end of that night, which is this image, they were all in yellow. They walked in red. They walked out yellow, mfana. They walked in red and walked out yellow.
That is impossible.
In the middle of red and yellow, there's a X3.
There's a video. There's an X3 involved.
There's an X3.
A white
BMW X3. A white one.
A white one.
Handing out red things. And those red things seem to look like t-shirts.
Just before
this tweet.
Yeah.
Well, you know, this guy buys data before. He makes sure. That, hey, I want to tweet something fire.
Sure, yeah.
And this one, someone called them out. Someone recorded that video. It's December, guys. Excuse my language.
I heard video. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Whoever heard the video is hearing things. Check your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's glitchy.
Hit up your service provider. So basically, that BMW X3 was giving out EFF T-shirts. So basically, the ANC's marketing campaign, whether they stole the T-shirts or they printed T-shirts, but there were EFF T-shirts handed people, and then to top that, they give them another T-shirt. Ooh, that's a double. Top that. Hey, this boy's a rapper, boy.
We're going global, mama.
We're going global, mama.
But now, tell me something. Who would come to an ANC rally wearing EFF T-shirts?
Where's the logic? And on top of their clothing. Because you can tell, these people are wearing hoodies underneath, K-Way jackets, and then jiggy, there's an EFF T-shirt on top of that.
It makes no sense at all.
No.
I mean, if you literally think for 5 seconds, you will literally not win. But yeah, that's a dummy gimmick.
So at least now they have 2 T-shirts to clean the house with.
Thank you very much.
Red for sleeping, yellow for cleaning the house.
In fact, you know, the NC must come give us T-shirts so we can actually clean with them. So we show them that their T-shirts mean nothing at all.
I wouldn't wear a political party T-shirt.
I wouldn't wear it either, but I'll clean with it.
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely. Pants.
But I'm voting.
For sure.
That I'm definitely
I definitely encourage every South African to vote. Whatever party you're voting for, we're not saying vote for whoever. We're not saying don't vote for the NC.
As long as it's a party.
Yeah, for sure.
We are there. As long as it's a party. We are there. For sure. And last week I made a mistake by saying the EFF is hosting that youth event, right? It's not in Tembisa. It's in Fountains. I had it on the tip of my tongue.
Where Shebe was.
Yes.
And I saw the clip.
Was or will be. I don't know.
He was there. Yeah, he was there.
There was a couple of things actually happening this past weekend, even with what is it? Hey Neighbor. Hey Neighbor was also this past weekend. Yes. Kendrick was doing some other things, but Cape Townians were celebrating something different.
What were they doing?
They have the sevens. They have the sevens.
The rugby sevens.
Went really well.
Sevens or rugby sevens.
Yeah, the rugby sevens went really, really well. But one of the thingies is gonna show up. One of the hashtags is gonna show up in our trending topics. Okay. So I think I'll cover it more when it comes to that.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's dope. I know Hey Neighbor was actually super amazing. Everybody keeps saying that it was the great, except that they finished at midnight and got home at 5 a.m. But other than that, everybody actually enjoyed it.
What are they expecting?
Yeah, it's a big concert and it literally ended right there. But yeah, shout out to Glen21 for actually hosting Hey Neighbor. It's the first one.
Wow.
And I believe this is also a black company, black run company. So
I've been in a boardroom with those guys. Those guys, some other events, They are connected globally. They are connected.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to them. Cardi B dropped an album. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj dropped an album. Pink Friday. Yeah. I know some few fans that are out there. So shout out to those fans and shout out to her too. And then what else? Do you have any news for the week?
I think, besides that, man, Hey Neighbor was big. Kendrick was there. It didn't make it to our top trending topics. It'll probably make it the next week because they'll probably talk about it. I didn't see much activity, to be honest, on the X platform. I saw a couple of things, but not as much activity.
For sure. I think somebody tweeted that, when you don't see much activity on the platform, just know it's lit.
Aha. That means it was lit.
For sure. I mean, I look at like the videos of people of Kendrick. Everybody literally has their phone out. To take photos. So they definitely not tweeting. They just trying to capture the moment.
Well, they stole all their phones.
But nothing like that happened actually at Hey Neighbor, so that's good. Apparently the security was good.
Thank you. It's not like Global Citizen. Global Citizen was just something else, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad they planned proper. But it was Glen What is it?
Glen 21.
Glen 21.
Yeah.
You can't expect something less than that.
For sure. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
For sure. And yeah, those are the little bit of news that happened for the week. Yeah, I'm sure there's quite a lot that obviously happens on the TL that we don't see. And also it doesn't come up on our report. But yeah, let's get going, bro, into the top trending hashtags. Of course, we got the queen herself as always.
Number one is number one.
For sure.
That's all we're going to say. Number one is number one. Khosi Twala, 34,000 mentions and 19 million impressions. So yeah, she's doing her thing, man. She's doing her thing. She's up there doing the right thing. For sure, yeah. Really liking.
Shout out to her for constantly being at number one once again. And I wonder what she's up for this time. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Khosi is doing quite a lot of things, and she deserves that kind of media. We know that she's being nominated for a lot of things. The last one we talked about last week was Next Level Awards or Next Honors Awards. Yep. And she was also in Ghana hosting the Women's Awards there. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So she is doing quite a lot, and her fans are doing quite a lot of work. So shout out to her at number one, Khosi Twala.
Shout out. Number 2 and 3, actually, these hashtags are related. So when they were using one, they were using the other. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of mentions, they get the same amount of mentions because it's not like they were standard. They were abundant. They were always together. It was a combo.
For sure, yeah.
It was a combination.
Is this a brand hashtag?
I don't know which brand it is, but it's hashtag Sisonke at home. Okay. And the other one is Ithuba cares. Hashtag Ithuba cares.
It sounds like funeral stuff.
Ithuba sounds like the lottery stuff.
Ithuba cares.
But I'm not too sure if it's that. So basically they partnered up with a couple of influencers from what I saw. I saw this one lady, Rory Sang. She used to be on YoTV. Yes. And who else? Who was the other influencer they were using? Was it DJ Z? No, it wasn't DJ Z. It was a prominent figure.
Brands normally have one big prominent figure, and then the rest is just micro influencers. So yeah.
So the one that I forgot is the prominent one. Yeah. And then Rory Sang is also prominent.
I do think it actually is the lottery kind of stuff, but it looks like some people are winning homes. Congratulations to the Luana family. Enjoy your Christmas in your new home. 100%. And Ithuba cares, yeah.
So people were winning homes, like what you're saying. So I listened to one of the videos. There's one guy or a couple that keeps supporting people in their own community, making sure they are well fed and things like that. But they were renting from house to house to house. And they were suffering, right? Yeah. Not really suffering, but struggling. And Ithuba pulled through for them and built them a house, and they were welcoming them to their brand new house.
Shout out to them. It's just sad, to be honest with you, that this has to happen towards the end of December. Yeah. And look, shout out to them for doing it either way.
Yeah, at least this person has a home now for Christmas.
For sure, and a good home. I mean, we know that, there's quite a lot of rains happening around the country. Some people just don't live in good accommodation at all. And so shout out to Ithuba, shout out to whoever is responsible for this. Sisonke at home.
Sisonke at home. Ithuba case. Yeah, Sisonke at home got 12,000 mentions and 281 million impressions. Nice. Ithuba cares got 12,000 mentions. Again, like I said, they mentioned that, they mentioned the other. But it's different when it comes to the impressions because this one got 283. The first one is 281. The second one is 283 impressions.
Sure, yeah. So Ithuba, some people might have mentioned the one more than the other. Yeah. But what's interesting about this is, I've seen before the foot soldiers on the ground on the X platform when you actually deploy them, whether you're paying them 1,000 rand each a week or whatever, per tweet or whatever, it works.
What do they call them? Twitter soldiers.
Twitter soldiers, yeah. It actually quite really well.
They drive that hashtag.
Yeah, as a brand, you could literally hire 20 people and just focus their attention on them. That maybe every 5 hours, or they put out 3 tweets a day, and it could spread quite a lot around the country. Yeah. And this is why we're seeing this hashtag coming up on the top trending hashtags.
So they use soldiers. They did.
They definitely use soldiers. Yeah. So they will hire one marketing company, and then the marketing company has foot soldiers that they spread those foot soldiers and have one message that goes out a single time at every single time. So like an hour, maybe imagine 20 people tweeting and retweeting and commenting on each other's stuff. It's bound to spread quite a lot.
Interesting. I like the fact that we're talking about this because a couple of weeks ago I was chatting to someone I used to work with, and now she's working for this one company. I think it's in Cape Town. Yeah. And they do these kind of things like influencer work. They do Twitter soldiers to help you drive your hashtag and steer it into certain direction that you want it in, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't even control your
Your
narrative.
hashtag, yeah.
People take your hashtag, they selling ama hairpiece.
Yes, they do that all the time. For sure.
The biggest quarter in the East End.
Yeah, and
Hijacking
Chris XL and those types. They're reporting about something else, but they use a top trending hashtag. So it's great when you have foot soldiers. You're right.
Yes,
they just
keep steering it.
Yeah,
they take it that way. You try to go that way because I think the problem with people is that they click on a hashtag and they don't know what it's all about. Next thing they seeing Chris XL talking about someone, all those kind of things. So foot soldiers are also good, man.
For sure. I mean, when you click on when you click on a hashtag, it takes you to the top hashtags and the latest. And you're on the top one, you want to make sure that it's got to do with your brand. Yeah, for sure. So shout out to Ithuba Cares and shout out to Sisonke at home, training at number 2 in South Africa. Yeah,
Ithuba, color, not just color space. Actually, Spaza Talk needs a house.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, we need a house.
Please. Number 4, we have, so like I said, 1 and 2, 2 and 3 was Sisonke at home and Ithuba Cares, right? So that's out the way.
Sure, and actually Spaza Talk doesn't need a house, we need a home.
Oof.
We need a home.
Imagine us recording in a Spaza.
Actually, if they could just build us one.
How much is a tuck shop? We should talk to the Pakistani O's.
Around 60K.
In Gaza.
Yeah, 60K or so.
60.
But have you seen these wars that happen on
townships?
No, yeah. What's the show, man? On Mojalav. No, X.
Sizoktola.
Is it Sizoktola?
The drug show?
No, not the drug show. The other one.
X-Ripo.
Yeah, Konomunyo wa Ripo ze container.
Oh, I saw that. That was the funniest episode.
That was hella hilarious.
Yeah,
but anyway,
some people it was sad, but they were scamming that lady.
So, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Number 4, register to vote EFF. Tragic. Because bantatele ama followers wenu ANC
by dressing them up.
Yep, they dress them up, man. But you guys shouldn't worry. Your followers are always your followers. EFF registered to vote got 12,000 mentions and 627 million impressions. That's super impressive.
For sure. I mean, look, this hashtag keeps coming up along with the other one which we had last week. 2024 is our 1994, which they also use, which I believe obviously belongs to 2 other brands too. On top of that, I think it's actually SA and Rise or something like that. So both of them use it, but only one.
No,
apparently.
EFF used it, but like someone told me that it belongs to Rise.
Rise Mzansi, yeah, for sure, yeah.
The other guys are just hijackers, like Abu Chris.
But yeah, register to vote keeps coming up. Register to vote EFF keeps coming up. And not just register to vote. Even that one is actually closely linked to the EFF itself. But yeah, shout out to the EFF for always just having
the ANC is nowhere to be seen in our top 10.
Oh yeah, I mean they are doing t-shirts.
Oh, they're in a different business.
I get one of the ANC is still going digital. They don't know what X is.
It's still that migration.
They're still so they don't play in that space at all. They only play in the physical space.
In the physical space. So mas ngaye mall manje uzobathola.
Uzobathola mall, uzobathola ema township.
Taxi rank.
Trust all the townships you're gonna find foot soldiers. But the EFF is actually going digital with us. They are digital with us. Not going digital, they are digital with us. Hence why they'll always come up in hashtags. They're very smart in terms of their marketing. We've seen the leader himself, Julius Malema, and the tactics he uses to come up on the top trending hashtags. But yeah, shout out to them.
I must give Rise Mzansi a shout out, man, for such a small party. They making waves.
They are definitely making waves. Yeah.
I see them everywhere.
Yeah, they definitely
I see them everywhere. And I had the privilege to actually work with the current president of Rise Mzansi in my other things. Dope guy, I must say. Yeah. Dope guy.
I forgot his name, but yeah, very
Songes.
Yeah, Songes. So yeah, very dope guy. Shout out to them. But anyway, register to vote EFF trending at number 4 in South Africa.
Number 5, hashtag Gaza, 11,000 mentions and 42 million impressions. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this one. We all know what's happening in Gaza, Israel. We just want it to end.
For sure, man. And it just keeps getting worse, man. And look, we definitely are going to keep reporting on it as we always will.
Sure.
But yeah, Gaza kept coming up at number 5. Do you have a bonus?
I have a bonus.
Aibo.
It's lighthearted.
Okay.
It's fun.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it's a brand.
Okay. Who?
Hashtag light side of sevens.
Ah.
Who's that?
Who's that? That's the rugby sevens in Cape Town, right?
Yeah, but who's that?
Castle.
Castle Light.
Yeah.
Castle Light was the official, they call themselves the official vibes master for the HSBC 7 series in Cape Town. That was happening this past weekend.
Dope.
So it was a 2-day series. There was day 1, Saturday, day 2 was Sunday. Cape Town was a buzz. I know when 7s happens, my man, it's like everybody goes there. Like
for sure,
all the cool kids of Cape Town go there. If you are not there, you're not cool. Question yourself. Come back to Joburg. You're not a Cape Townian yet.
Yeah,
or go to the Eastern Cape. Go to Gqeberha. Hey, yeah, Xhosas are gonna butcher me. So basically, yes, they were the vibe sponsor. Yes, normally the sponsor of 7s is Castle Free.
Is it Castle Free?
Yeah, Castle Free has been so quiet. So I guess that's why they were like, you know what, we can't let this just go up in the air.
For sure.
Let's use one of our brands. Because Castle Free is 0 alcohol. So it makes sense to line up with
at the sports, right?
You understand?
For sure.
So I think that's not going well, man. Hurricane Zero is showing them flames. I think.
For sure, yeah, definitely is showing them flames. But shout out to Castle Light for doing that as the Vibes Master. I saw quite a lot of like their images online, and it looked really
People
dope.
Dress up for that.
Yeah, they do dress
so
up.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie, you know, the cricket is happening around the T20. When it comes to Joburg, I'm definitely going, and I'm gonna be one of those guys.
It's in Jan, yeah.
I think it's in January. I'm gonna be putting on a watermelon on my head, whatever it is. Those vibes are pretty dope, bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, and they were also giving away prizes, the Castle Light for 7. So what they would do, they would encourage users to retweet them and use the hashtag light side of 7s, and you could win. I don't know what they won, but they were encouraging people at home and people at the stadium to engage with the hashtag and engage with it. Went really well. Looked at the posts, organic posts. They got a lot of engagement.
Yeah.
It was probably trending, but in Cape Town.
Okay, yeah.
It also showed, Cape Town was probably like number 1 or 2, but in South Africa, it was number, I think, 8 or 7, somewhere there.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad at all, for sure. I mean, shout out to Castle Lights, for sure. We always give us concerts, and this time they were like, we're not doing quite a lot of concerts. And you know, at the Dome used to be buzzing, bro. Like
now it's We Buy Cars.
Now it's We Buy Cars, and luckily we have a Hey Neighbor this time also taking over. But yeah,
now we're doing our things outdoors because everything indoors is occupied.
Oh yeah, definitely everything is occupied. Shout out to Castle Light. That is a bonus.
Sorry, Zooms.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you. Light side of 7s. You see the hashtag when it has numbers and what, it's confusing. Light side of 7s, right? It got 8,000 mentions and 322 million impressions.
Okay, so it also didn't do too bad at all.
Yeah, for an organic hashtag, not too bad.
Yeah, shout out to them. I believe moving on, I believe the DStv Premiership was also on this weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I believe Pirates won 1-0 to TS Galaxy. I believe the Motsepe Foundation Championship was also playing this weekend. It had teams like Marumo Gallants, Maritzburg United, Uppington City, quite a lot of different teams that are upcoming. So yeah, quite a lot of football is happening. And I know that DStv Prem is normally up there in our top trending hashtags.
So I don't see menu, but I saw people complaining.
Oh my God, Lebo. This guy, did
I poke a bear? Did I poke the bear?
What did you see me avoiding this time?
You had to talk about soccer. You should have just stuck to rugby.
Actually, I should have just stuck to rugby. But I'm going to report on my team. Unfortunately, my team lost 3-0 to Bournemouth. And luckily, I was
to who?
Bournemouth.
Is that a Vela team?
It's a basically a Vela team. But they're in the same league as us, but they're just a small team. And we lost 3-0 to that. Luckily, I was at work. I didn't waste my time and actually watch that.
I saw you tweeting, you are officially no longer a Man U supporter.
I'm definitely no longer a Man United supporter, and I need to say this on
Who's
camera.
Got your heart now?
Definitely Tottenham, but for now I just want to stay heart-free.
Tottenham is a South African team. We almost dropped a Billy. Almost dropped a Billy. Was it a Billy?
It was a Billy. Yeah, it was a Billy.
We almost dropped a Billy. So if you're a South African and you don't know which team to support, Tottenham, that's home.
They might just actually take the sponsor. Yeah. But yeah, that's the football for the last week. And those are the top trending hashtags for last week, bro. Let's go to the amount of tweets.
And last week, tweets went out?
Yeah, so we have a 13% increase with 6.8 million tweets that went out last week. So that's a big increase. People are excited for December.
Sure.
But in terms of the amount of authors, this went down by 19%. So now we're sitting just under 119,000 people that were tweeting last week. And then let's see the mood of the country. I know that it's always up and down in terms of the positive and the negative. And this time we're seeing an increase in the negative, which is not so great. But
by
we'll
how
see
many
what
percent?
by 14%. And we're going to see what the word cloud says amongst that. It's strange when we're looking at our top trending hashtags. It doesn't correlate at all.
Yeah.
But the good news is the positive sentiment also went up by 18%, so that's also amazing. So they both went up, but unfortunately the negative also went up, which we actually didn't want.
Hey, yeah, negative. I can see the word cloud, eh?
Yeah. What's on there? I mean, normally the ANC will be on there.
So there's kidnapped. Kidnapped is showing up.
We're seeing a lot of cases actually on the X platform being reported of kidnapping happenings. Yes, that's true.
A lot of kids were lost, like missing person alert. That's also on the word cloud.
Definitely, yes.
ANC, definitely in the negative sentiment contributor section.
Always.
There's killed. There's the F word. There's hate. Gaza is showing up. Palestine is showing up. And yeah, I think that's more around the negative power. So I think power has to do with like load shedding.
Load shedding, yeah, for sure.
A bit.
Yeah, just for a little bit.
A couple of hours. And then when it comes to positive, I love the fact that Sonke at home is showing up under the positive.
That's great, yeah.
Ithuba cares is also under there.
For sure.
There's love. Hey, love is big. Love is big.
Yes.
But it's not in caps though.
Okay. Get love nje.
Get love nje fela. Yeah, December.
December love.
Active lifestyle, Khosi Twala, showing up as always. I see Christmas. People are getting excited for Christmas now. And yeah, that's that, man.
Okay. That's actually interesting. I mean, looking at the word cloud. And let's look at where the tweets are coming from the most in the country. I would assume probably the hub of South Africa.
The hub, Josie Majosi is actually like almost three times what Cape Town is giving us, and Cape Town is number 2.
For sure.
Right? In Joburg, there were 1.6 million tweets that went out just from Johannesburg, not including
Pretoria.
Johannesburg, where the capital of fiber is, where data is. Yeah?
Fast internet.
Yeah, fast internet. I want the Cape Townians to go in the comments and tell us, Mike, it's fine.
It's fine.
Cape Town is number 2 with 683,000 tweets that went out from Cape Town. It's not a lot. Maybe
it's not a lot. It's just above Pretoria.
I think they're more on Insta.
And most probably Cape Town. Oh yeah, just because of the ocean, right, and the mountains.
Yeah,
the kind of vibe,
so they wanna.
Nah,
they don't complain as much. They handled by the DA. Everything is looking prim and proper.
Interesting.
No potholes.
At number 3, Pretoria.
Pretoria is number 3 with 653,000 tweets coming out from Pretoria.
Jeez.
Not too bad. Was it because of Hey Neighbor?
It must have been because of Hey Neighbor and was linked into it. But I mean, I would think Pretoria would come in the top 3 above Durban generally.
Yeah, it's normally behind Cape Town, but not as much tweets, right?
Yeah.
It'll be probably in the 500s or 400s. So we're introducing this new slot just to show you guys where these tweets are coming from.
And of course, Joburg just keeps dominating. But I'm surprised by Durban, to be honest. I mean, abaringi kakhulu in Durban.
Service delivery against one next.
But
by the South Beach, where the schools are.
You mean the Marine?
Painted there.
The Shaka
the
Marine.
rest of the provinces, nonsense.
Yeah,
it's not from me. Someone on Twitter said that.
But you know what's funny enough? There is actually a debate around about Durban. A lot of people are saying Durban, is no longer an attraction for anybody to go to.
Nope.
But people in Durban are saying opposite. They're showing pictures of Durban looking lovely and amazing.
Where, though?
Of course, not the main beaches. Yes, where everyone goes, but not there, because now everybody likes the exclusivity.
Up north.
Wherever, up north, for sure,
Zimbali,
all that, all that type of stuff. But yeah, interesting, man. And then we see Ipenoni.
Penoni next to Boxback.
I won't lie, much on the Boxback, no Penoni. It's a long distance relationship for me.
Need a scaftini.
Try driving there. It's more than an hour. Pretoria is already a long distance relationship.
Yeah, Pretoria is like 45 minutes from here.
I wonder about Ringanga Penoni.
In Benoni, there were over 100,000 tweets that went out from Benoni.
And this is in the 15% increase.
Bro, Benoni is going in.
Yeah, Benoni is going in.
I think Brakpan also is there somewhere.
Yeah, it must be in there. But yeah, that's interesting. Those are the places where everybody... Shout out to Benoni for coming up. I doubt they'll come up again, but it will be interesting to see if they do come up. They're always there.
They call them the what? The foot skaters.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. There's a show these guys used to do, these Afrikaans guys used to do, and they used to come from Benoni.
Yeah.
I forgot what it is called, but yeah, really interesting one.
Shout out to the foot skaters.
Shout out to I think it was the foot skaters.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it was. There is go on YouTube and actually search the foot skaters. I think you'll find those a bunch of group guys. They used to be like Jackass. Those guys that used to do funny things similar to that. Yeah, that's who they are. But yeah, interesting, bro. That's where everybody's tweeting from right now. Emo Uzansi.
Zansi for sure.
Is anybody even watching Generations this time?
Hey. Is it still even Generations?
I wonder if it's Generations. I mean, let's look at the busiest time, which is around the Generations time, right?
Yeah, so let's start actually with the busiest day.
Okay.
Ne? The busiest day last week was Thursday. The week before that, it was on Friday.
Friday, yes.
Yeah. So the 7th of December was the busiest day with just over 1 million tweets. I think it was 1,002 something.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
Million and some change. I think we'll keep it there. And then in terms of the word cloud as to what contributed to that day, right? We have a lot of words showing up. There's missing, there's people, time, good. But what I did is I used Iris again so that Iris can understand this conversation for me and just give me a summary using ChatGPT.
Yeah.
In Brandwide. Hey,
nice.
The perks.
The
perks of this social listening platform, man, I just love it. And they don't even pay me for saying this, I just love it anyway.
Shout out to them.
So with that, it shows people and under people, ANC. So the ANC was welcoming the passing of the NHI, which is the National Health Insurance Bill. The private sector is not happy about that. The private sector is not too happy because that means...
Does it cut them out somewhere?
It affects them in a certain way.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Because manje, when we pay our medical aids, you are able to claim back for like some, I don't know what it is, but you claim back and they'll give you, Cyril, give you back our rebates.
Okay, sure, yeah.
So now what they're saying is we won't be getting our rebates.
Oh,
the money will be going straight to the government.
No, for what?
To loot.
Basically.
That's what I'm going to say because I'm pissed off about this.
Yeah, it definitely has to do with the ANC, and that's exactly what it is.
So a lot of people were saying the ANC just put the last nail on the coffin. They just put the last nail on the coffin with just doing this.
That is so crazy. Not interesting at all. I know I always say interesting. This is just crazy.
It's not interesting, Zoom. It's not. It's
so
shameful.
Now they're actually going after the private sector.
They're going after the private sector is going to come in guns blazing. I hope they do.
For sure.
I hope they encourage their staff to vote.
For sure.
If you don't vote, you're not allowed in the office.
For sure.
That's how it should be.
I mean, I think employees would vote anyway because it comes with the perks. And if you don't, then you lose your perks, which is not the vibe.
Yeah. It should be a thing next year. I challenge companies to make it a thing.
Sure,
Get people to vote.
For sure.
You come back with that mark on your thumb, hey, you get a bonus.
Or something, you know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. But then, the private sector is very worried because when they look at my skin color, they probably think I'm voting EFF.
Yeah.
And they don't want me to vote EFF. That's a very difficult conversation, but yeah. Let's see, what is Iris saying?
Iris is also talking about crime and safety. And in the crime and safety section, it's about cash and transit heists. That's been happening almost every day. I think they've been 200 and something heists within this year. So what they were saying is it's a heist a day.
Basically.
At some point, it got to that where it's like, it's a heist a day. These guys are basena valo. Anyway.
For sure.
Anyway.
Yeah.
They have the right weapons. They have the right everything.
The technology,
bombs,
everything.
They have access to bombs now.
Yeah. You'd swear they're the ones that are actually like, they're the ones that print the money, then, rob the money. But yeah, I'm not going to lie. A lot of these things that are happening like heists have to do with government too. There's a lot of things that are just happening in terms of looting money in South Africa, and everybody's finding every single way to loot. But yeah, what's the next one?
Sweet. The last one is around international relations, and Users and headlines asking President Joe Biden about promoting peace in the Middle East and a plea for help in Gaza.
Okay.
And we know where the U.S. We know where their loyalty lies.
Allegiance, yes, for sure. Yeah.
Israel.
Yes.
I don't know now who's saying this. People on Twitter, headlines, and things like that. Maybe he listens, and maybe this war comes to an end.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Definitely. Hopefully.
That's all in terms of the busiest day, right?
Yeah.
Those were the type of conversations that were happening.
Sure.
The most active hour, though, we have 8 p.m. in the evening, followed by 9 p.m.
Okay.
And we have 9 a.m. in the morning, followed by 10 a.m.
Okay, that time is also very interesting. I mean, it is quite standard around those times. We never really get a huge busy midday.
Nope.
Unless something huge is happening. Maybe like, hey, neighbor tickets, all of them are selling at that time. Then it will be different. But no, that's interesting. But yeah, those are the times that we always dealing with almost on a weekly basis.
Hey, man, I have to say this. Your neck is shiny.
It's true.
Your neck is shiny. Ooh, Chana.
Nah, man, I just got a neck piece. You know what I'm talking about. You gotta glisten a little going into December.
You got a whole piece.
Yeah, I got a whole piece. But let's talk about the people that are making the money. About Chris Excel.
The moolah.
The moolah.
I think we're gonna sideline emoji of the week because it's been the same for the past I don't know how many months now. Loudly Crying Fest. We're done with that. Let's look at the boys that are getting paid.
And the girls, of course, like
and
Dstv.
The girls. Yeah, there's only one girl that's getting paid. Destiny Z. There's a new entry on the getting paid list. I think he used that money to buy t-shirts. So
is that our number 5? Even?
Is that our number
just
5?
Made it onto our top 5.
He just made it. He's celebrating wherever he is. And just below him, there was Prajulius. But actually, let's give you the top 5. Number 1, we have Edvo Beriru. He was mentioned in 42,000 tweets that got 154 million impressions.
Okay.
Right? We all know. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
People tag him, talks a lot of nonsense. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
Number 2, we have the instigator. The ad handle is @Bluej. @Bluej. Right? The instigator. That's his name.
I've heard of him before.
I've seen him around. Yeah. He was mentioned in 30,000 tweets, and those tweets got 124 million impressions.
Okay, he's a new entry into our top 5. Second time.
Yeah, it's the second time making it onto our top 5. Number 3, we have the most toxic man in the world. You can tell me who he is. Take a wild guess.
He knows himself.
He knows himself. Stand up wherever you are. Chris Excel was mentioned in 21,000 tweets, tagged, mentioned, whatever. That got 161 million impressions. That's good, man.
He's definitely pushing.
Getting paid. Homie getting paid. December, he's getting moolah.
He's definitely getting
Skomota is not here, so ladies, stay away from him. You ain't getting money.
You ain't getting nothing at all. And number 4 is a returner.
The return soldier. I love this lady. Destiny Z. I hope it's a lady. If it's a guy, no homo.
I think it definitely is. I think it is a lady just from looking at the profile picture and the interaction. But whoever it is, hey,
there's
man.
a lot of parody.
I think even all of these accounts, there's quite a lot of parodies. I know we know Chris Excel himself had a wrong picture at one stage. He still has a wrong picture. But Destiny Z.
Destiny Z. 17,000. She made it into 17,000 mentions. Right? That got 180 million impressions. You know this. I always get the first one right, but the other ones, they mention tags. What?
It's number.
Yeah, numbers are a problem. I think I'm related.
Jacob.
We are cousins, bro.
Yeah, we are cousins. Haven't you noticed why I don't say numbers?
I've noticed. That's why you even wear shades, because you don't want to see the numbers.
I can't see the numbers. They're too small. But shout out to
last but not least, we have Mr. Fearful Call himself at Fikilembalula with 16,000 mentions and 41 million impressions.
And of course, it's because of the tweet that he put out.
A couple of tweets that he's been putting out.
Oh yes, a thread.
Homie's been delusional.
A thread of them.
Yeah. He thinks that people are against the ANC. ANC's been doing good work. Nigga, I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know which South Africa y'all are serving, but We ain't happy out here.
No, we definitely ain't happy at all. Yeah, no, we definitely ain't happy at all.
But at least we know where he got the money for the t-shirts.
Oh yeah, maybe that's exactly what
Elon
happened.
Musk paid him.
He paid him, yeah. But those are the top mentioned people in South Africa and basically the top earners in South Africa. And those are the top trending hashtags in South Africa. That is what's happening in the streets. That's what's been happening for the past week.
That's what's happening. That's the pulse of the nation right now.
That's the pulse of the nation. That's literally what's happening. That's what everybody talks about. We know the X platform is almost like a news platform. If you want something, you can get it right there and there. And we've got you guys the tea.
We got you the tea.
Every single week.
Couple of episodes coming up. We have a special episode next week. We're going to be recording our 50th, which is our celebration episode. Our goodbye episode.
For season 1.
We have Dumisole coming.
For sure. Shout out to
He's confirmed finally that day I want to be on Twitter. I want to be on the podcast with the Spaza Boys. He's coming up. We're going to be talking to him. If you guys have any questions for him, please put it in the comments or put it on Twitter and we'll ask him.
For sure.
But it's going to be a juicy one.
It's definitely going to be a juicy one. And another one we definitely must look forward to next year. And I'm just going to give you a little bit about it. He works at Daytona.
Yeah.
And he had a conversation with Kamogelo. I'm not going to mention who he is, but he responded to us and we're definitely going to have a podcast with him next year.
You remember that young kid that was inquiring about the Rolls Royce?
That's the guy?
That's all we're going to say. But yeah, that's also a special episode. He's going to give us more insights around that. And if it really worked for him, was that a gift or a curse?
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely put it in the comments if you have any questions or just reach out to us if you have any questions for him coming up in the future. But yeah, those are the top trending hashtags.
I have a thing.
I
think our Elon is not paying us, but our bonus.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're gonna get a bonus from. But our guests need to walk out with t-shirts.
I think so too, actually. Maybe on next week's episode with Dumisole, we can give away a few t-shirts.
Even our guy at Daytona. Because I'm buying a Rolls Royce soon.
Very soon.
So yeah, I think we're just going to have that conversation on the podcast.
We definitely need to give him a t-shirt, save a t-shirt for Dumisole too. Dumisole has one already, right? No. He doesn't have one yet. But yeah, I think we should definitely work on something.
Sweet.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, those are the top trending hashtags. Emuzanzi on Spaza Talk from the 4th until the 10th of December. December is a lifestyle.
Bro, I promise you, I was going to rock up topless. But
the weather, it's up and down. The weather is definitely up and down. Wherever you're listening to us from, please make sure that you press the subscribe button, you press the like button, and please make sure that you give Brandwatch a shout out.
You know why I'm laughing? Because we talk about the weather, and you're like, wherever you are. I thought that was directed to the weather.
No, I mean, I won't lie. Yesterday I played a golf game, and here in Fourways area, it was looking rainy.
Yeah.
I played in Benoni's side, and Benoni was...
Ooh, so you're a Benoni homie now. You're a foot skater.
Yesterday I was a foot skater, and it was shiny, and we played a full game of golf.
Oh, nice.
So wherever you are listening to us from, even though we're complaining about the weather, we would have definitely gone topless. And yeah, that is it from me, Umshuti. Please make sure that you check out www.colorspace.co.za and make sure that you check out Brandwatch. But from me, Umshuti, I will check you guys next week. Peace.
And your boy, the great Kunene. Wow.
Introducing Color Space, a stock photo platform dedicated to showcasing images of Black people. Whether you're a professional photographer or you just know your way around a smartphone, sign up, submit your photos, and start earning through your creativity. Visit www.colorspace.co.za.